It started with something small. You've had a long, hard day, and your patience runs out. Your voice goes up, just a little. But this is what your child just felt. Not the words, the alarm. And in that moment, his brain decided it wasn't safe. So he shut down. He's not ignoring you. He's not being defiant. He's frozen. And once you see what's really happening inside that silence, you can't unsee it. If this happens in your home, I want you to know two things. You are not doing this wrong, and your child is not broken. I'm Saira. In the next few minutes, we'll look at what's really happening inside your child in those few seconds, and what you can do the next time it happens. I'll also show you the one sentence that can rebuild the connection, even after a really hard morning. First, the part nobody says out loud. Maybe you've replayed one of those moments at night and wondered if you've done some kind of damage. If that's you, hear this. You are not a bad parent. You're an exhausted one. Most parents get told to be firmer. Many of us try it, and somehow everything gets worse. That's because this was never a discipline problem. It's something happening in your child's nervous system. So, what is it doing? When your voice rises, your child's brain doesn't hear "Mum is serious." It picks up on something else. It interprets the moment as a threat. And when that happens, a very old, very fast part of the brain takes over. It jumps in long before the thinking part gets a say. You know how a deer freezes in headlights? Same system. It has one job: get through the danger. So talking, reasoning, explaining. In that moment, all of it becomes much harder to reach. And here's something that matters, especially for ADHD kids. For many children with ADHD, this threat alarm is extra sensitive. Their brains can tip into overwhelm much faster than we expect. So when a reaction seems bigger than the situation in front of you, there's often more happening underneath than we can see. Which raises a strange question. If his brain is in survival mode, why does he go silent? Why doesn't he fight back? So when a brain feels threatened, it's really got three options: fight, flight, or freeze. Some kids argue back, that's fight. Some run off to their room, that's flight. And some just go completely still and silent, that's freeze. But here's the part most people miss. Freeze often looks like obedience. The child isn't arguing, isn't running, so we assume they're choosing not to answer, but often they're no longer able to answer. And this is what makes freeze so confusing. Part of him may be trying to answer you. He may know exactly what he wants to say. But another part of him is trying just as hard to stay safe. So from the outside, it looks like silence. Inside, it's a tug of war. And this is the part that's so easy to miss. It's not that he won't, it's that he can't. In that moment, the link between what he wants to do and what his body can actually do is cut. He may want to answer you just to make it stop, but the message can't get through. And because we don't realize they're frozen, our instinct is to push for a response, which is exactly where things go wrong. When he's in that freeze, he often can't reach his words, not the way he normally can. So when you say, "Answer me," you're asking for the one thing his brain can't reach right now. And remember, his head is already full. Too many feelings and thoughts all crashing in at once. Your question is one more thing landing on a brain that's already overloaded. And it spirals. The demand adds pressure. The pressure deepens the freeze, and the harder you push, the further away he goes. Which is exactly why the thing everyone tells you to do. It backfires. Here's the truth. You can't punish a child for something their body is doing automatically. It's like punishing them for a sneeze. It just doesn't work that way. Being firmer, that just pours more water into a cup that's already full, because the behavior was never the problem. It's the symptom. The overwhelm is the cause. And you can't fix a cause by punishing a symptom. So, if firmer makes it worse, what actually helps? Safety. That's really it. A freeze ends when his brain decides the danger has passed. And the fastest way it learns it's safe. You're calm. You can't control his nervous system. You really can't. But in that moment, you get to be the thermostat, not the thermometer. A thermometer just reacts to the heat in the room. A thermostat sets it. So when everything around him is rising, your steadiness is what brings the temperature back down. So here's what to do. The very next time it happens. 1. Lower before you lift. When your voice starts to climb, do the opposite. Drop your volume. Slow your words. A quiet voice signals safety, and it does it far faster than a loud voice signals importance. 2. Name it. Don't demand it. Instead of, "Why aren't you answering me?" Try this. "I can see this got to be too much. You don't have to talk right now. I'm right here." You've named what's happening. You've removed the demand. And you've offered safety. That's what ends a freeze. 3. Wait for him to come back. A freeze needs a few minutes to release. You'll often see small signs first. A deeper breath, shoulders softening, a glance in your direction. Those are signs that his brain is beginning to feel safe again. Don't lecture yet. Don't problem solve yet. The thinking part of his brain isn't back online. You'll know it is when he makes eye contact, speaks first, or begins moving toward you again. 4. Repair. Later and briefly. Once everyone's calm, keep it simple. Earlier got loud and hard. That happens sometimes. I love you, and we're okay. That one sentence teaches him something powerful. It teaches him that conflict isn't the end of connection. So here's what I want you to take with you. That shutdown was never proof that you're failing. And it was never proof that your child is broken. It was a signal, a nervous system asking for safety in the only language it had in that moment. And here's the part that matters most. Every time you meet that signal with calm instead of pressure, something quietly changes. You help his brain learn that hard moments can end safely, that he can come back from them with you. You won't always see it happening. It's slow, but it counts more than almost anything else you do. You're not raising a child who needs fixing. You're raising one who feels deeply, one who is still learning how to carry it, with you right beside him. Because different was never the same as difficult. It just means he needs a different kind of support. And now, you know how to give it. If this felt like someone finally described your child, then you're exactly who this channel is for. Subscribe, and the next one's for you too. I've left the 4 steps as a simple printable in the description. Keep it close for the next hard moment. And next time, we'll answer the question underneath all of this. Why does he hear the word no so much louder than other kids do?